Well, we are back with another 4-2-3-1. Let's see if this one's different from any of the others. This tactic is a GIOVANNI van Bronckhorst 4-2-3-1 tactic. He is the manager of Besiktas right now. He has actually managed a couple of good teams. Feyenoord, he's managed in China, Rangers. So he's been around the block. His senior career had a couple of, definitely interesting teams. Arsenal, Barcelona, Feyenoord, Rangers. So he has been around the footballing world. And right now, Besiktas laying in fourth place after a couple of matches. So we're going to see how it does this time around with our three teams of Liverpool and Aston Villa in the Premier League and our championship side of Ipswich Town. Now, before I get into this, I did not create this. Someone else created this. If this is not what a GIOVANNI van Bronckhorst tactic looks like, please let us know in the comments below. This is just, I'm going off the name of the tactic itself and how it seems to work. But we're going to take a look. Let's dive into the Premier League and just see how they did. Well, it does not look like it did too badly. Liverpool in first place with 92 points, 104 goals. Very well done. Aston Villa in third with 85 goals and 78 points. Yeah, that's actually a little bit more average for them. But, they're up there on the table at least. Schedule-wise for Liverpool, unfortunately dropping out in the Carabao Cup fourth round, 2-2 in penalties to Crystal Palace, and then in extra time in the FA Cup quarterfinals to West Ham. But they do get their second trophy in the Europa League final, 4-0 thrashing over RB Salzburg. So, overall, a 2-trophy season is not a bad haul. They just did not do very well in the domestic cups. Squad-wise, yeah, they're missing a couple of green here and there, but not too bad. 25 goals for Salah, 24 for Nunez, 21 for Jota. Very well, nice front three right there. 19 assists for Joe Gomez. Damn, he's doing well. 17 for Mohamed Salah. You really need to pick up Joe Gomez or at least play him more, but Salah with his 7-6-0. And as we dive into Aston Villa, this one might be pretty quick. Carabao Cup third round immediately out against Chelsea 1-2, and then out in the FA Cup fourth round replay against Tottenham 1-4. But they do get all the way to the Europa Conference League final, and they squeak by in penalties, winning the title over Fiorentina. So, third place in the Premier League is not bad, but again, that is kind of an average amount of points. So, not too bad, but again, this is a season-long sim for me. I am taking control of absolutely nothing. My coaches are doing all the work for me. If you took control of this, you could most likely get better than this. 78 points could turn into that 87 and kind of top Man City. But in this save, at least, they did fairly well. Unfortunately, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, no one really did very well in the domestics. Squad-wise, you could see goals, 29 for Ollie Watkins, only 19 for Diaby, and 16 for Zaniolo. Wow, that's really low for them. 21 assists, though, for Diaby. Very well done. But average rating, you got John McGinn with a 7.24. But let's look at the data hub here. You could see the data behind, he's very attacking for Liverpool. Fairly well done defensively as well. Goals per game, 2.74 is pretty high above the Premier League average. 0.89 conceded, 0.81 XG against. Aston Villa showing some down numbers for their attacking side, and for their defensive side, it looks on the normal side, but still some pieces that are just numbers that are just down a bit. 2.24 goals per game is definitely down. 0.89 conceded, 1.18 XG against. Premier League stats, Liverpool in first with most points per game, 2.42. Aston Villa with 2.05. Most goals, of course, 105. Clear front runners there. 85 is not a bad second tally. Fewest shots against, Liverpool in second with 282, Aston Villa with 346. Most possession, Liverpool and Aston Villa with 57 and 54% apiece. Most dribbles made, Liverpool in first with 796, Aston Villa with 711. Best pass completion, they are there this time around with 87%. And most shots for Liverpool with only 613, Aston Villa with 526. But now, of course, with Liverpool and Aston Villa doing so well, Ipswich Town does as well. 99 points, 112 goals is pretty down from where we've seen them, especially lately, but they get second place, not doing too bad, and well above Leicester too. They actually seem to have done better job at the domestic cups than Liverpool and Aston Villa. Carabao Cup fourth round, 1-2 against Norwich, and then the FA Cup fourth round replay, 0-1 against Cardiff. I guess it's because they've got a couple more rounds than Liverpool and Aston Villa do. But overall, hey, they got second place, automatic promotion. They don't need to go in the playoff runs. That's not bad. Squad-wise, they definitely do not have the sea of green that we'd hope, but 17 goals for Hurst, 14 for Chaplin, assist 20 for Harry Clark, Chaplin with 13, Leif Davis all the way down with 9, only 15 starts too, and he's very happy. But average rating, George Hurst gets the top with 7.40. Championship stats, 2.15 points per game is the second place for the championships. That is interesting. That's pretty low from what we've seen recently, but Most goals, 112, is pretty nice for Ipswich. Fewest shots against in third with 371. Most possession with 55%. Most dribbles made in first with 946. And most shots were in third with 648. But now let us dive into the tactic itself and take a deeper look. Sweeper, keeper, and defend is where we start. Wing back on the left in support, a fullback in support on the right. We have two ball-playing defenders in defend, a deep-lying playmaker in support next to a ball-winning midfielder in support, an inverted winger in attack on the right, an advanced playmaker in attack on the left, with an attacking midfielder in attack in the central spot, and a poacher in attack up front. It is attacking mentality, in possession attacking with this fairly narrow, approach play is pass into space, focus play down the left and the right, play out of defense. Passing directness is shorter, tempo is higher, run at defense. In transition, counter press, counter, roll it out. And then out of possession, a high press line of engagement, a higher defensive line, trigger press much more often, prevent your goalkeeper distribution, get stuck in. But now, how did it do for our three teams? I mean, overall, pretty nice. All three teams are in the top three positions. So Ipswich coming in second, Liverpool and Aston Villa coming in 1 and 3rd. Overall, it did well. It is definitely not as attacking as a lot of tactics that we've seen. You are getting a lot fewer, well, not a lot fewer shots, but you're getting some fewer shots on goal. So you're definitely sitting back a little. The defensive pieces worked fairly well, especially if you have a good defense like Liverpool. Aston Villa has a average to good defense, and they actually did fairly well as well. So I think overall, this is definitely one to take a look at if you like 4-2-3-1s. I think we've seen better, but again, this is just one save. The next time we do the save, it could be a completely different result from this. But overall, you know, it seems to work fairly well for these three teams. But that's it for me, Sefi and FM, for the Football Manager blog channel, saying thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.